It began a long, long time ago with a conversation with John Martin, of all people. Talk about local folks. He and I, we've been friends for many, many years, and I have used him as one of my readers, technical reader. Fashion, he suggested once, many years ago, that there was this thing growing that was of concern to law enforcement, which had to do with computers and the internet, and did I know much about the internet? I mean, this was a long time back, and even then he said that police were becoming concerned with some of the nefarious uses that the internet was being used for, and at the time I took some notes. He wrote me some notes of his own thoughts, and I sort of deep-sixed them in the back of my head and in a filing cabinet, but I never forgot them. And then, of course, as we all know, the internet just went crazy, and his concerns, in effect, came to bear fruit. Sad to say. This is not the first time that I have consulted police officers and either been told by them or have asked of them, what does your sense of paranoia tell you? Because usually it turns out it ain't paranoia, it's a realistic prescience of fears to come. And so I got back in touch with him because of all the articles that you guys had been writing about Eric Johnson. Spending some time with him to be educated in this, and I would say that more than any single recent item was the stimulus for chat. Now, typically when I approach a book, I try to avoid a straightforward linear direction. I'm nothing if not a little bit quirky and complicated by nature. So when I chose to write about the internet, I chose to do it in a somewhat unusual way, as you discovered in your reading. I didn't want to bury the reader in a confusing morass of internet chit-chat and arcane trivia, about which only a few nerds would understand, and all the rest of us go, what the hell are you talking about? So instead I went at it sort of in a bass-ackwards way, and in a way that Vermont cops might well discover. And so the book begins with these two dead bodies. It fills the air all around us, and I wanted to evoke some element of that while this book is being written, while this book is being read, and I hope enjoyed, just as at the end of every chapter there are these random scraps of dialogue coming out of nowhere, it seems, so are the airwaves filled with such exchanges. And some of them are unseemly, some of them are suggestive, some of them are downright criminal, who knows. So I wanted to evoke that omnipresent sense of chat, and ergo the title of the book has less to do with the substance of the book and more to do with the world it inhabits.